Hey, what's going on, you crazy kitty cats? It's Elder here. Please make sure to stay till the end of the video for an important update and announcement. If you're an old-time subscriber and are wondering where I've been, I'll get into that later. But let's get right into this mystery, it's been far too long. This all starts a few months ago when my friend Nexpo made a list video talking about strange YouTube channels, with one in particular being from a few years ago, simply called Helpwithadvice. During Nexpo's video, he describes the channel as being much of an enigma, with channel content ranging from topics of various serious talks, of alien abduction, thoughts that the government's targeting and attacking them, as well as very real influence from parallel universes existing. While I'm very happy that Nexpo had given the spotlight to this channel, I think the conclusion of dismissing it as an ARG or art project is extremely prototypical, and a quick way to hastily write off many of the deeper, and very well possible suite, of real and much deeper implications with the channel. To top it all off, these people have recently disappeared entirely from the internet, completely vanished without a trace, and their beliefs that the government is targeting them, it is alarming, honestly, and it raises questions to their immediate disappearance. With that being said, come with me as we explore the mysterious 10-year-old YouTube channel simply known as Help with Advice. For anyone uninitiated, when first encountering this channel, it all seems immensely nondescript and random in its content. Furthermore, most of the published videos appear incredibly poor written, edited, and low effort. For instance, all of the numbers that a camera or video recorder would generically assign to newly recorded videos remain the titles for a majority of their uploaded content, with titles like cow.mpg, and when these generated titles are supplemented, they instead are very simple titles like explanation and cracking wood, with poor grammatical capitalization. One major thing that someone will come to note just after a few minutes viewing their channel is the short timeline of activity the channel was actually active, with most videos being posted from 5 to 7 years ago. The channel was created on November 28, 2011, and their first video was posted just 5 days later, on December 3rd, and new content came to an end in early 2015. After doing a deep dive, watching and analyzing all the videos the channel currently offers, I can say it can get quite disturbing. The people within the videos truly believe they're being targeted and display some content on YouTube that maybe shouldn't even be on the site. These people also believe they're being physically hurt by the government, and in some cases, physically hurt by aliens. In this video, I showed nothing huge, and I showed you guys a more mild video for the sake of monetization on my YouTube channel. If you want to go to their channel and look at some of the more disturbing stuff, there's a link to the Help with Advice channel in the description. But here's what we can take away from that video. As seen in the video example, many of these recordings were done so while the channel owners are asleep, an extremely important detail. Consider, with generically running footage from their day-to-day lives, particularly during their sleep, imply that these people are recording themselves 24 hours a day, waiting for something to happen to them so they can show the world and try to expose what's going on. Another thing to take away is that they're in a hotel room most of the time. Despite having a home, many of the videos they record are within hotel rooms, perhaps a hint that they could legitimately be scared of what they're being targeted by, and thusly trying to escape from it, obviously to no avail. But what does all of this mean? Of course, other than being some creepy insight into two crazy people, why is this worth a video, and why are we watching this? In a video in the channel titled Explanation, we get just that. The woman, one of the channel owners, disjointedly explains that they're being targeted by the US Department of Defense in some kind of weapons testing program. They claim that despite living nowhere near an airport, they constantly hear low-flying airplanes, making absurd claims that their dogs cower in fear at the sight of airplanes because one had supposedly crashed into their property previously. and the helicopters fly over their house, chasing their cattle, going as far to land on their property to do so, but flying away when owners attempt to film their actions. But these claims are just the start to even worse things. The woman goes on to describe personal damages, first highlighting the blood that they cough up on a daily basis, shown in an image that I'm not going to show here. She claims this mixture of mucus and blood, said to have been coughed up onto a paper towel, is a result of all the things the organization or government has done to them. She then goes to use images of her and her husband's fingernails as evidence, claiming that they're not the right thickness, color, or have deep ridges, referring to their ailments as damages caused by trauma, as a doctor had described to them, but they believe it to be chemical interference. Later, images of their eyes swelling, referring to a doctor's diagnosis as histamine effect, possibly being a histamine intolerance. A rational explanation, but then claims that its causes from everything the organization has been doing to them. Then, she shows jars of fluid discharge from her lungs in a single day, disgustingly exceeding a liter, claiming she sent it to someone at the DoD, who mailed back in reply to never send them anything like this again. It continues to get crazier and crazier, claiming her husband's nose had to be reconstructed due to being splashed by jet fuel after the plane crash that she'd mentioned earlier. Horrific photos of flesh-eating bacteria on the face near the mouth, bleeding from all over the body and almost every orifice, blaming extreme weight loss on the plane crash. Then immediately claiming periods of extreme weight gain as well, more swelling, more photos of horrible gaping infections all over the body, turned black, red, and white. Reports of bruising being caused by sleeping, frequent mentions of cellular disturbance being caused by the government's actions. These tangents don't end. She mentions saving a woman who was being held captive in her own home, despite not possessing a clear photo of her, refers to animal damages, claiming her cats throw up when the planes come near their property, claims of being charged with animal abuse when a pile of animal corpses showed up on their property, and was told by someone to burn them, but avoided these charges by claiming the rot pile had been poisoned. She claims her husband has gone to Congress in Washington, D.C. to try to get all of this stopped, but to no avail. She claims during his trip to D.C., 13 of her cows, both adults and infants, died from unknown causes during her husband's absence, and blames this tragedy on the mysterious forces outside of their control. All these claims are accompanied by photos of dead dogs, dead puppies, dead cows, rotting corpses, dead cats, and other kinds of injured animals, all reported dead from poisoning. She claims to have written letters to the president, dozens of senators, congressmen, the DoD, all in hopes to try and get all of these violations and damages stopped. All of this in a long, uncleaned home, with mold, visible damage, decrepit, and long in disrepair. The claims go on and on and on. They reference a set of murder videos on their YouTube channel, and some of the land damage videos on their channel in their explanation video. And just looking through the Help with Advice YouTube channel, you won't find anything remotely close to either of these topics, until, that is, you look in their playlists. They have multiple playlists titled Strange Things that are all private videos, listening into someone being murdered being one of them. It's 6 videos long, and every video is by the Help with Advice YouTube channel, but they've all been privated. Furthermore, a land damage playlist with 15 videos, all by them, has been privated. From the outside looking in, these have some real implications. First, have these people actually heard someone being murdered and attempted to document it? With the length that they would be going to exit their houses, stay in hotel rooms, and plea for help, I think that regardless if it was a murder or not, they uploaded it fully believing it was. I'm not saying this can't be all some film promotion or art project, but here are my arguments against that, and why I almost outright dismiss it. There's no distinguishable storyline. All the videos seem to be some people with little to no knowledge of how YouTube even works, just trying to upload and get their content out as fast as possible. Second, it's just the sheer age of the people depicted in the videos that are doing the recording, and how they seem to be recording themselves 24 hours a day, just giving us the highlights. When you add this with the fact that the cows and other animals have actually died in their videos, and the people have had real infections that have been documented on camera, either these people really thought they heard something that they thought to be a murder, and ended up taking them down for whatever reason, possibly a disturbed state, and thought they didn't want to murder on YouTube, Or these videos were forcibly stripped from their channel after their electronics had been forcibly seized. There's no telling how many more videos could have been uploaded by the Help with Advice YouTube channel, and with their sudden and honestly untimely disappearance, it doesn't look like there will be any more of the like. The theories of what could be going on here are pretty limited, but in my opinion all extremely interesting. The first possibility is that it could be some kind of game or promotion, but as I said, I think the possibility for this is incredibly low, and doesn't hold up to much scrutiny. The second theory is darker, and well, sad, frankly. That the Help with Advice YouTube channel is run by some kind of paranoid schizophrenics, possibly people that believe every little thing that goes wrong in their lives is due to some external force, and that they truly believe that they're being targeted, in a plea for help uploading videos to YouTube. But what doesn't add up here is the sheer number of videos that have been deleted. It would be incredibly strong, compelling evidence to witness a murder and post your experience with it on YouTube in a cry for help. But they personally privated it, not YouTube. Why? It just doesn't make any sense that if they were trying to get their voices heard, they would private such a strong piece of information. The final theory is that the government, or some organization for unknown reasons, really does have it out for these people, and that they're doing their best trying to get it out to the world, and were stopped cold turkey and had all of these really interesting, incriminating videos stripped forcibly from their YouTube channel. Whatever the case, you're gonna have to make your own conclusions. Personally, I think all are incredibly disturbing. Finally, thank you guys for watching. The last months have been hard for me to keep up with. Everyone who still enjoys my content, thank you for clicking on the video. You guys are what keeps me going and allows me to do what I love. I'd like to thank everyone new from Scare Theater or otherwise. Thank you for coming over, and thank you guys for sticking with me through some hard times. I hope to get you guys more consistent content, and as soon as I'm comfortable, that will be much more feasible. I love you guys. I hope everyone has a phenomenal day, and I'll see you soon. Peace.